Dear learners, moving forward with physico-chemical properties of drug, today we will discuss about dielectric constant. Before understanding about dielectric constant, it is important to understand that dielectric constant is having association with the term called as capacitance. So first of all, we will try to understand what capacitance actually means. If you are having a system and that system has some kind of electric charge to be stored within it, then it should have the capability to store that electric charge. So any system having that much ability to store an electric charge is called as capacitance. So this capacitance is completely dependent on type of medium which you are keeping in between your parallel plates, and this medium which is kept between the two parallel plates is known as dielectric medium. So the distance between two plates is now overcome by some kind of medium that is responsible to store an electric charge. So this capacitance is dependent upon the medium which is kept between the two parallel plates. So having the ratio of the electric charges on the two parallel plates to the potential difference between these plates is called as capacitance. So you can say that the capacitance is nothing but the ratio between the electric charge on the two parallel plates to the potential difference between the plates is called as capacitance. So it can be given by the equation C is equal to Q upon V, where C denotes capacitance whereas Q and V denotes electric charge and potential difference. In order to focus on the value of capacitance, as we have discussed earlier, it is having influence of type of medium. So as you are having on your display, if you are dealing with air, if you are dealing with the vacuum occupying the space between two parallel plates, then it will have comparatively less capacitance, having the glass as the medium separating two different parallel plates. So when air is the medium or when glass is the medium, then you can observe that in case of air as a medium between parallel plates, the capacitance value is comparatively less to the other ones. So if C0 is the capacitance of the reference medium as a vacuum, then the relative permittivity is 1.0006, whereas the same relative permittivity for the two electric plates responsible separated by means of the glass, then it will become to the 7.0. The next fact, that is your dielectric constant, is nothing but the ratio of capacitance of the medium to the capacitance of the vacuum. So when you are having capacitance, when your material has capability to store that electric charge, then the ratio of these two capacitance when medium is your vacuum or if you are having any kind of medium responsible to separate the two plates. So this dielectric constant is given by the ratio of capacitance of your medium to the capacitance of the vacuum. As it is the ratio of two same components, that's why the ratio dielectric constant is the unitless terminology. This dielectric constant is also called as relative permittivity of solvent, as it is the measure of magnitude of charge separation within the same molecule. When it comes about magnitude of charge, then scientifically we are referring it as a polarity. So this dielectric constant by the means of polarity is also called as relative permittivity. On your display, you are having a diagrammatic assembly which represent the concept of capacitance and the impact on dielectric constant. For example, let's assume that you are having two electrodes and these two electrodes are attached to different metal plates. These two different metal plates are kept in a parallel position. The distance between these two plates is filled by means of dielectric film. This dielectric film will serve as a medium which separates the two parallel metal plates. So this dielectric film is responsible to generate capacitance in accordance with that particular medium. For example, if your dielectric film is air and if your dielectric film is glass, let's assume that if the dielectric film is the glass, then the capacitance will be denoted as Cx, and if your dielectric film as a vacuum, then that will be served as C0. So the ratio of these two capacitance Cx and C0 will give you dielectric constant, and as I said earlier, both are the same ratio of two same values, that is the ratio of capacitance, then it will become unitless quantity. Let's see how you can actually measure the dielectric constant. For the measurement of dielectric constant, you can set assembly as on your display. The basic components of this assembly are your plates, two electrodes, the insulating material, that is nothing but your medium, and the recorder which is responsible to show you the values. So you are going to arrange them in such a manner that the two different plates are kept in parallel position, and paraffin wax as a medium. You can have any kind of medium. For the symbolic representation, I am dealing with paraffin wax here. So this paraffin wax will work as a medium between the two different plates, and the yellow color, red colored wire and black colored wire are nothing but your electrodes. This is the symbolic representation of how you can actually devise the instrument for the measurement of dielectric constant. And so as to have that, you are having two different assemblies. For the measurement of dielectric constant, the working of this instrument will have position about the two different steps. In order to understand that, I am having the symbolic representation of the methodology for the measurement of dielectric constant. At the one point, you are having paraffin wax as the medium, and at the second point, you will have vacuum as the medium. So the two different mediums having impact on two different capacitance. So the ratio of these two capacitance will give you the exact value of dielectric constants. As I told you earlier that when it is about vacuum as a medium, then you will have lesser capacitance comparative to any other medium rather than your gas or the vacuum. In order to deal with working of this one, let's begin with the step 1. The step 1 is associated with the measuring the capacitance of the wax capacitor. Means you are having capacitor other than vacuum or other than air, and for that case this is your assembly. Now you are observing two different plates. One is aluminum plate which is kept on the second plastic plate, and the two red colored and black colored electrodes are there. So in a diagrammatic representation, you will have two plates separated by yellow colored waxy dielectric material, and these red colored and black colored electrodes are having connection with your recorder. So first of all, you need to measure the capacitance of the wax capacitor as shown in a diagram. I will prepare a 4 mm thick square piece of wax, and it will be cut in same position as it will have the area in accordance with aluminum flashing. This aluminum flashing, as a silver colored aluminum flashing you are observing, is placed on the wax material, and it will not cover the complete wax surface. The wax, the melted wax, the hot wax is coated over the plastic plate, and upon that plastic plate you are having waxy surface, and over that waxy surface you are keeping your aluminum surface. So now one plate is hot due to the top of your waxy material which is suspended in the air. Then you are going to build a capacitor sandwich. So once you are having two plates and wax is sandwiched between these two plates, so this capacitor sandwich you can generate by placing wax between these two plates. So as you usually do, in order to measure the capacitance, before making the measurement, use the meter known as for the REL function, and this will be responsible to store the capacitance. So the zeros out in the meter will denote you the measurement of capacitance, sorry. So once you are having waxy material placed between the two plates, let's assume that Cm is the value of capacitance of the medium as a wax. Next step is to measure the capacitance of air capacitor. So as to deal with this one, you are having same assembly as that of your first step, but just the difference is you are going to change the yellow colored medium, the yellow colored waxo medium by means of air or the vacuum. So in order to measure the capacitance of the air capacitor, I will arrange the diagram as like your step 1, just replacing yellow colored waxy material by means of vacuum. So now one plate is hot glued to the another plastic and the plates are arranged with a distance of 5 millimeter, and this 5 millimeter distance is now accompanied or occupied by your air between them, and this air makes sure the spacing is the same as when you are dealing with the wax. So in the both step you are going to keep your plates in a same distance. If you are maintaining the distance of 4 millimeter between two plates when wax was the medium, the same 4 millimeter distance is supposed to be maintained between the two plates when you are dealing with the air as the medium. So maintaining the distance creates the same capacitor, but the difference is only being the use of air as your dielectric. So in the case as performed in the step 1, you are going to measure the capacitance, and let's see that the measure of this capacitance is denoted as Ca. So now in step 1 you are having Cm, that is capacitance with the wax, and now in step 2 you are having Ca, that is capacitance of air, and the ratio between these two will give you dielectric constant, and as it is the ratio of same dimensions, that's why it will be the unitless quantity. The applications associated with dielectric constant lies within the determination of polarity of the solvent. You are quite aware that depending upon the values of dielectric constant, the solvents can be arranged accordingly. So accordingly you can have appropriate solvent with desired polarity. So you can easily determine polarity of that solvent by means of dielectric constant. The second application where dielectric constant has an impact is on the drug solubility. The drug solubility can be increased by choosing suitable solvent or by having solvent mixture depending upon their dielectric constant. So once you are dealing with this process of solubilization by using some kind of solutes and by having some kind of solvents, so depending on the polarity of solvent you can have the process of solubilization, and so as to have the information about the polarity of solvent you must have an idea about dielectric constant. So your dielectric constant will help you to determine polarity of solvents, as well as it will help to improve process of solubilization by selecting suitable solvent. So this was about dielectric constant, where we have dealt with what is meant by dielectric constant. It is nothing but the ratio of capacitance of the one having one medium and the capacitance of second having second medium. So when you are having two different capacitance, then it will be the ratio that denotes dielectric constant. We have seen measurement and how that actually works. Thank you.